Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. We have an exciting guest today. He's a full-time real estate investor who has mastered the art of cash flowing rentals and profitable flips. So in this episode, we're going to be diving into the strategies behind finding the best deals, maximizing your cash flow, and just overall scaling successful real estate business, which my guest here has done. So without further ado, my friend Travis, I'm going to edit that part out. Welcome to the show, my friend. Why don't you just introduce to the audience who you are, your background, and just how you got here?
Great. Thank you for the introduction. So I started back in 2017, bought my first place in 2018, I'm sorry. And by 2019, right at the beginning of COVID, I actually ended up going full time. Background is engineering, went to school for that, fell into the career because I like math and different things. Really grew to dislike the career and the career path, seeing people also further along their career, realized that's not what I wanted to do. Didn't like the schedule or the pressure. And started first. What led me to wanting financial freedom was a lot of Dave Ramsey, which led me to Bigger Pockets, which got me onto like Brandon Turner's story, Rich Dad Poor Dad, that same kind of path. I started buying rentals back when no one was really, I'd say, of this new generation, my generation, buying rentals, weren't really doing it in our area. It was really easy to find stuff that no one really wanted and pick it up for really pennies on the dollar. I'll get into some of these numbers later. You'd be really surprised. But just kept steadily buying while I was working. And then by the time COVID came along, we were looking at a big layoff because I used to work for the state. State was shut down on all their construction projects. And I was like, that's the writing on the wall, and went private, and we never went back.
That's incredible, man. Awesome. So how did you get your first deal? What's the story on that?
So my very first deal that I bought a house to live in. It was actually a foreclosure on some family money, bought it, fixed it up myself, and sold it. And then when I ended up selling that, and it was just a place for me to live in, the net profit on that was more than I made all last year. And then the light bulb really went off. I'm like, man, I'm in the wrong field here. It was a foreclosure, fixed it up. It was back in the days like you used to get bidding wars for different stuff. Two people really wanted this location, and it sold for basically double what I had into it, and that was great. So I went from there to another owner occupied, and then my first true investment property was in 2018, and that was off of just Facebook Marketplace. And the guy actually sold me on seller financing. I wasn't familiar with it, and my first deal was my first traditional rental was a seller finance deal.
Good for you, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
And how's that been ever since? You still doing creative finance?
I still have that house today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I still have that house today. We paid under $20,000 for that house, and it's been rented for roughly $1,000 a month ever since.
Wow, man. Good for you.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, man.
You.
What strategies are you using right now to find and evaluate, your rental properties and just the flips that you're doing right now?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
So right now we do a lot of direct to agent, and we also do some off market, and we're also buying a lot of wholesale. It used to be we would buy primarily just off the MLS and just off of direct seller websites like say Craigslist and Facebook and maybe networking groups. But now we're doing more outreach, more outbound to find those leads or bring them in. We'll still find off the MLS, but we're reaching out to listing agents and pitching seller finance or pitching a cash deal, that kind of thing. I was just on Investor List. We're on there looking as a buyer, not really as a seller, but looking for deals on there. Kind of just multiple streams of leads.
Absolutely. You don't want to be a one-trick pony out here, right? There's multiple ways to get a deal. Awesome, man. So when you're analyzing
there's so many
property,
different options. Yeah. Browser right now, like I even have the penny saver open. Like we found deals in the newspaper. So there's so many different areas that you could find a deal now. It's kind of just, a lot of them are free too. So you might as well just look.
Absolutely. Got to put some sweat equity in, right? Of course, man.
Yes, 100%.
So I'm curious, when you're analyzing a property, why don't you walk us through that process? I mean, what are you prioritizing? Are you prioritizing, your monthly cash flow or long-term appreciation? Like, what does that look like for you?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Cash flow first for us here. Your appreciation, our area doesn't typically go too crazy. I know the last few years have been hard to really gauge. We're just bringing back to market value. So we're really heavy on cash flow. We want the deal to pay for itself.
Okay. Makes sense. Awesome. So let's talk about, maybe some mistakes, right? I mean, what are some of the biggest mistakes, new investors make when, flipping a house, and how can they avoid those? Maybe we can talk about some mistakes you made early on in your journey and what you learned from that as well.
Right. I'd say I tell this to new investors all the time, just because you can afford it doesn't make it a good deal. Don't be too eager to jump in. I mean, I've always been, good at taking action, but that can be a blessing and a curse if you're jumping into the wrong deal. Some deals are not a bad, or some deals are still a bad deal, even if you were to get it for free. And I had to learn that the hard way, just buying in really rough areas early on and not being able to resell or recapitalize and putting work in places that people didn't want to live. And there wasn't I'd say think with your exit strategy and you're also your end buyer in mind, either as a tenant or as a home buyer, and work backwards from there.
Gotcha. Cool, man. So what are some of your, go-to financing methods for acquiring and funding your deals right now too?
Our number one right now, especially with the cost of capital, is seller finance. We're pitching that all the time if we can.
Very cool.
That's first. After that, it'll be probably DSCR loans, and then we also have big lines of credit, so we'll put on credit and then refinance afterwards, probably into DCNR or with local bank financing.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Very cool, man. Very cool. So why don't you talk about, your operation? I know we haven't had time to jump into that yet. So what does your team look like? What type of systems, what type of, operations do you have put in place for all the stuff that you're doing right now?
So we use a lot of softwares. Like we use Stessa for bookkeeping, or use RentReady for like collections, different softwares, TurboTenant for marketing, vacancies. Just we're constantly checking into new stuff as well. That helps you really multiply having a smaller overhead if you have some really heavy software or good softwares that you can use. As far as the back end, it's mostly me and my wife, and then we also use a lot of vendors. So most of our contractors are subcontractors, 1099 guys. They work for us and other people. So we keep the team small, and we also have a good Rolodex of contractors and also vendors that we use.
Very cool, man. Very cool. So what is the big goals for 2025? You're trying to, increase the portfolio, obviously, but let's talk about maybe some goals you got put right now.
So increase the portfolio, and we want to keep grow the portfolio a little bit. We like keeping our margins, our overall leverage right around 50 to 60%. We don't want to be over leveraged just because you never know what's really going to happen. We do keep paid off properties in our portfolio, and we'll put credit lines on those or whatever, but we like to have an overall margin of 50 to 60%. Just makes us comfortable. And then really we're trying to do a lot of flips this year. It started off the year we wanted to do 10, but it may look like more like 15 to 20. So we'll see.
Yeah, very cool, man. Very cool. So, how are you identifying, potential properties? So I know you're in Pittsburgh, right? But I mean, what to you is a strong cash flow potential deal for you? Like maybe we can talk about how you break down your numbers.
So yeah, I mean, on dirty numbers, it's 1% or plus. So if you can, the 1% rule, if we're getting, say $1,000 rent on a $100,000 purchase, typically you're okay. Prices, that's not always cut and dry right now with prices being a little higher for like say insurance or whatever, but if you can do that or better, so if you're in the 1.5 plus, usually that's way enough margin to be healthy and fine on a rental. For flips, we're looking for at least 30% margin on the back end, so 30% plus in margin on a flip.
Okay, cool. And any renovation strategies that you're using to increase your rental income, your resale value? What kind of renovation strategies are you guys doing right now?
Everything looks the same. So same carpet, same paint, same trim, same almost the same countertops and everyone. Yeah, that's you just get economies of scale using the same vendors and buying a lot of the same kind of stuff.
Cool. Well, cool, man. Well, I guess let's talk about what are you doing right now? How people can work with you? What does that look like for you?
So we are open to either JV deals or private money lending deals. We don't really do too much coaching or one-on-one, but if you really want to learn operations and in the areas that we're in, if you're interested in looking into possibly building a cash flowing portfolio or getting some hard money out there in flips and kind of getting a backdoor entrance into what we do, just jump in on one of our deals. Show some private money in a deal and you'll have, an open book to everything we're doing here.
Cool, man. Well, how about you share, the email, your website, things like that. Obviously, our assistant will drop that in our description on YouTube and all of our socials as well. But why don't you share exactly where they can find you?
Yeah, so our email is sternerhomes@outlook.com, and our website is sternercapital.com. And either one of those, look me up. We're in the area, Pittsburgh market area. It's not a big market, so should be pretty easy to find.
Yeah. Cool, man. Awesome, dude. Well, I think that covers all the bases, honestly, really, that we got, man. Definitely, guys, be ready to reach out to Travis. Travis, I appreciate your time today, my friend. Just wishing you all the best in your future endeavors and your business, man. Hoping you continue to thrive.
It's fun. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. All right, guys. Well, hope you enjoyed today's show. And as always, we will see you on the next episode. Take care.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.